They thought Earth was defenseless. Then the human fleet appeared. From the bridge of their immense flagship, Admiral Veka studied the blue-green planet below with contempt. "Primitive," she hissed to her first officer. "No defenses worth mentioning. No fleets. No weapons that can challenge us." Her officers nodded. The galaxy had long known of Earth, a small, slow planet in a quiet corner of space. Civilizations far older and far more advanced had observed humans for decades, noting their curiosity, their chaos, their unpredictability, and mostly dismissing them as harmless. "They will fall quickly," Veka said, a cruel smile curling on her mandibles. "We strike tomorrow, and they will have no idea what hit them." Far below, Earth spun peacefully on its axis. Cities glittered with lights, oceans reflected the sunlight, and humanity carried on in blissful ignorance of the danger approaching. Governments had issued no alarms, no emergency broadcasts. To most, space was still a dream, something that belonged to the future. But the humans were not as defenseless as the aliens believed. In a hidden orbital station above Earth's atmosphere, the human fleet gathered silently. Ships of all sizes hovered in formation, nearly invisible to alien sensors. No planet-wide announcement had been made, yet the crew knew the stakes. This was not an exercise. This was survival. Fleet Commander Adrian Chen walked along the command deck of the largest cruiser, eyes scanning the status boards. He was young, perhaps too young by some measures, but his mind worked like a machine, fast, precise, and adaptable. Around him, officers and crew moved with quiet efficiency. "Status report," Chen said, his voice calm. "Ship's ready, Commander," his communications officer replied. "Stealth modules are operational, all weapons systems are calibrated, civilian evacuations are complete." Chen nodded. "Good. Remember, they believe we are weak. We use that to our advantage. Do not underestimate them, and do not let them see our numbers." The officers nodded in agreement. For years, humanity had prepared for this day in secret. Scientists and engineers had developed advanced stealth technologies, weapon systems capable of interstellar engagement, and fleets designed for strategic strikes. But the most important element, human ingenuity, remained their greatest weapon. Meanwhile, on the alien flagship, Veka issued final orders. "By dawn, we begin orbital bombardment. Resistance is expected to be minimal. I want Earth under our control before their sun rises." She glanced at the holographic map of the solar system, her many eyes narrowing. "These humans will not know what struck them." Back on Earth, in the Fleet Command Center, Chen stood before a massive star map, plotting courses through asteroid belts and planetary orbits. He considered the alien fleet, vast, heavily armed, confident. He knew they would rely on speed, overwhelming numbers, and the assumption that humans were predictable. "Perfect. Adrian, the forward squadron is in position," said Lieutenant Rina Patel. She had a sharp mind and steady hands, a master of fleet maneuvers. "They are ready to execute the first phase of the plan." Chen smiled faintly. "Good. Once they move, the aliens will think it is a minor diversion, but it will be the opening they never expected." The calm, ordinary night on Earth hid the tension in orbit. Civilians went about their routines, unaware that the galaxy's eyes were upon them, and that their future depended on the decisions of a few brave humans above. In the cold of space, the alien fleet made its approach. Massive ships blotted out stars, casting shadows across the asteroid belts and planetary orbits. Alien pilots tested their weapons, confident they would face little resistance. Reports came in from reconnaissance drones. "Commander Veka," one officer reported. "Minimal resistance detected. The humans do not seem prepared for a conflict." Veka's mandibles clicked in satisfaction. "Prepare for the strike. Their defenses are irrelevant. Our superiority is absolute." Yet even as the aliens prepared to attack, small disturbances in the data streams went unnoticed. Tiny fluctuations in energy signatures, ships appearing and disappearing in impossible patterns, human stealth technology at work. To the aliens, these were glitches. They did not see the careful planning, the intelligence, the unpredictability. On the human fleet, tension coexisted with quiet determination. Crew members checked weapons, calibrated shields, and ran simulations. Every decision was measured, every step calculated. But there was excitement, too, a deep, unshakable confidence that humanity could survive against impossible odds. Chen moved to a holographic display showing the alien approach. He tapped a sequence, and the image highlighted asteroid fields and gravitational anomalies near Jupiter and Saturn. "We will use the environment to our advantage," he said. "They do not understand how humans think. They see obstacles. We see opportunities." Patel grinned. "It's time to show them what Earth can do." Even on Earth's surface, signs of readiness existed, though subtle. Satellites adjusted positions, monitoring the fleet and potential threats. Scientists in secret labs ran final calculations, ensuring every system worked perfectly. Humanity had spent decades quietly preparing, building a defense that no one could detect, and yet it was formidable. The night deepened, and across the solar system, the alien fleet closed in. Veka reviewed her plans one last time. She believed she had anticipated every possibility, every weakness in human defense. But the humans, clever and unpredictable, had no weaknesses, not where it mattered. The first shots of what would become a historic battle were only hours away. In orbit, the human fleet remained hidden, poised like a predator waiting to strike. On the surface, Earth slept, unaware of the courage above. "Prepare for Phase 1, Chen said quietly. "Let them think we are weak. Let them make the first mistake." As dawn approached on the eastern edge of Earth, the alien fleet crossed the threshold of the asteroid belt. Their sensors caught fleeting glimpses of movement, small blips of energy that flickered in and out, but they dismissed them. "Minor anomalies," Veka said. "Nothing to concern ourselves with." But in those small blips, the humans waited ready. Every ship, every crew member, every tactic had been calculated. The aliens' arrogance would be their downfall. For the first time in the galaxy, humanity would show that Earth was not defenseless. They would prove that courage, intelligence, and unity were as powerful as any weapon. And when the human fleet struck, the universe would never underestimate humanity again. The hours passed with unbearable tension. Every human on the fleet knew the stakes. Every alien officer believed the fight would be simple. And in the silent void of space, destiny waited. Chen stood on the bridge, staring at the approaching fleet. "Soon," he whispered to himself, "soon they will see us, and they will wish they had never doubted humanity." Outside, the stars stretched into infinity, indifferent to the coming storm. But Earth, small and blue, would not fall quietly. The calm before the storm ended with a whisper, a signal from a forward human squadron, undetectable to alien eyes. The first phase of the plan was about to begin. And with it, the galaxy would witness the beginning of a legend. The first light of Earth's dawn spilled across the oceans, yet in the darkness of space, the human fleet remained unseen. Hidden by advanced stealth technology, the ships waited in silence, poised to strike. Commander Adrian Chen stood on the bridge of the flagship Valor, his eyes fixed on the approaching alien armada. Every sensor, every calculation, confirmed what he already knew. The aliens believed humanity was weak, predictable, and unprepared. And that would be their mistake. "Forward squadron ready," Lieutenant Rina Patel reported, her voice steady despite the tension. "Stealth modules engaged, weapons primed." Chen nodded. "Good. Remember speed and precision. Strike before they realize what's happening. The moment they think they have the advantage, we take it away." The alien fleet, hundreds of massive warships, moved confidently toward Earth. They had scouted the planet and detected no significant military presence. In their reports, they called the humans soft, primitive, and easy prey. Admiral Veka from her bridge aboard the flagship dreadnought exuded arrogance. "They hide nothing," she said to her officers. "We strike at will. Their planet will be ours before noon." Yet as they advanced, subtle anomalies began to appear in their sensors. Ships flickered in and out of detection, energy readings spiked and disappeared, and strange gravitational disturbances rippled through asteroid belts. "Commander, there's interference in Sector 7, an alien officer reported. Small energy spikes, but they do not match any known weapons system." Veka's eyes narrowed. "Ignore it. Humans are predictable. They will do nothing to harm us. Full speed ahead." In orbit above Jupiter, the human fleet moved silently. Small squadrons slipped through gaps in the asteroid belt, while larger warships maintained hidden positions, scanning for the perfect moment. Chen's mind raced with calculations, plotting every maneuver, anticipating the aliens' reactions. "Phase 1 begins," he said. "Forward squadron, engage now." A squadron of human ships accelerated from their stealth positions, darting toward the outer edge of the alien formation. The aliens barely registered the movement before the first attack began. Missiles streaked through the void, invisible until they struck. Alien shields flared and faltered, the blasts causing confusion and panic. Human ships darted in and out of asteroid shadows, launching precision attacks and disappearing before the enemy could respond. "Commander, we're outnumbered," Patel said, eyes glued to the holographic display. "But they don't understand our tactics." "They're reacting too slowly," Chen smiled. "Good, confusion is our ally, keep pushing. Every strike they fail to counter gives us an advantage." The aliens scrambled, deploying fighters and activating heavy shields, but their arrogance had left them unprepared for unconventional tactics. Humans exploited every weakness. They used the asteroid fields to mask attacks, manipulated sensor readings, and struck at vital systems with surgical precision. Back on Earth, people began noticing unusual readings on civilian space monitors. Scientists at secret observatories watched in awe as flashes of light and explosions appeared near the outer planets. Rumors spread across the internet, but no one could fully explain what was happening. Humanity's defenses were not only effective, they were invisible, silent, and precise. In the midst of the chaos, Chen directed the fleet's main assault. The Valor and accompanying cruisers accelerated toward the alien formation, exploiting openings created by the forward squadron. Missiles, energy beams, and electronic warfare attacks crippled alien systems in rapid succession. The aliens realized too late that they were facing a coordinated, intelligent force. Their numbers were meaningless against strategy, speed, and unpredictability. "Commander Veka, our ships are being destroyed at an alarming rate," one officer reported, panic creeping into her voice. "Their tactics, they are not predictable." Veka's mandibles clicked in frustration. "Impossible. Humans are weak. They cannot fight like this." "Adjust formations. Counterattack now." But every adjustment the aliens made only played into the humans' hands. Chen anticipated each move, guiding his ships to exploit gaps and weaknesses. Small human squadrons disabled massive alien warships, leaving the enemy in confusion and disarray. In the chaos, Lieutenant Patel led a daring maneuver. Using the gravitational pull of a nearby asteroid cluster, her squadron looped behind the alien lines and struck at supply ships and communication arrays. Explosions rocked the void, leaving large sections of the alien fleet blind and directionless. Chen watched with quiet satisfaction. "Excellent. Now we force them to overreact." The aliens attempted to regroup, but the humans remained unpredictable. Every strike was followed by withdrawal, every assault a feint. The aliens' confidence crumbled, replaced by fear and frustration. They had assumed humans were predictable, but humans thrived on improvisation. Amid the fighting, human ingenuity shone brightest. Drones coordinated attacks with warships, hacking alien systems mid-battle. Mines were deployed in asteroid fields, detonating precisely when alien ships attempted to pursue human squadrons. The aliens had never faced an enemy so clever, so adaptive, and so unafraid. On Earth, news of the unexplained explosions reached governments and media outlets, but the reality remained secret. Humanity was fighting and winning in the void above them. Ordinary citizens felt a quiet pride, unaware of the danger yet somehow sensing that humanity was proving its strength. As the first phase concluded, Chen convened a quick council on the valor. "Forward squadrons are successful," Patel reported. "Aliens are disoriented. We have weakened their formation significantly." Chen nodded. "Good. Phase 2 begins now. We will draw them deeper into the solar system and force them into our trap near Saturn. They think they are in control, but they are walking into the heart of our strategy." The alien fleet limped forward, unaware of the deadly plan awaiting them. Their confidence had been shattered, replaced by caution and confusion. Communications between ships were frantic. Orders were shouted and repeated, but human interference disrupted clarity. Veka banged her claws against the console. "How is this possible? Humans, weak, primitive humans, they are destroying us." One officer hesitated. "Commander, perhaps we underestimated them. Perhaps." Veka silenced him with a glare. "We do not underestimate, we adapt." Regain control immediately. But adaptation was slow. Humans had already turned their predictions against them, using every weakness the aliens displayed. Chen guided his fleet with precision, anticipating alien maneuvers and countering them before they could be executed. As the alien fleet neared Saturn, Chen initiated the next phase, the trap. Human warships had positioned themselves in orbital patterns around the gas giant, using its moons and magnetic fields to hide their true numbers. When the aliens entered the zone, they were surrounded. "Now," Chen commanded. Human ships emerged from stealth positions like predators striking. Energy beams, missile barrages, and electronic attacks struck simultaneously from multiple angles. Alien warships were caught off guard, their formations breaking apart under the relentless assault. "Commander," Patel shouted, "they're trying to flee." "Let them try," Chen said. "Every route leads to another ambush. They cannot escape. They will learn the cost of underestimating humans." The battle raged for hours, but humanity's strategy and cunning proved unstoppable. Alien ships were destroyed or forced into retreat, communications were severed, and morale collapsed. Even the largest vessels fell to the combined ingenuity and precision of the human fleet. In the heart of the action, Chen directed every move calmly, methodically. He was not just fighting a war, he was proving a point. Humans were clever, adaptable, and brave. They did not rely solely on brute force. They used intelligence, innovation, and unity. As night fell on Earth below, the first stage of humanity's counterattack was complete. The alien fleet, once confident and arrogant, had been humiliated and scattered. Chen looked at the holographic map, marking alien losses and positions. "We've sent them a message," he said quietly. "Earth is not defenseless. They will think twice before returning." Patel smiled. "They believed us weak, predictable. We showed them how wrong they were." Chen nodded. "And this is only the beginning. Phase 3 is when we end this." Above Earth, the stars shone as if applauding the courage of humanity. A planet that had once been considered soft and weak now demonstrated a power that was not just technological, but uniquely human: creativity, courage, and unity under pressure. The alien commanders, humiliated and desperate, would regroup, but humanity had proven something far more important than victory. They had proven that Earth, long dismissed as insignificant, could defend itself and strike back with brilliance. The calm of Part 1 had ended. The ambush of Part 2 had begun, leaving the galaxy in awe of humans. And the final act, the true triumph of Earth, awaited in the next chapter. The alien fleet staggered in space, scattered and confused. What they had expected to be an easy conquest had turned into a nightmare. Ships that once bristled with overwhelming firepower now drifted in ruin, crippled by precision strikes, clever tactics, and the unpredictable brilliance of humanity. Commander Adrian Chen stood on the bridge of the Valor, eyes scanning the holographic battlefield. His mind raced, not with fear but with strategy. This was the moment to end it. The aliens had underestimated humans from the very beginning, and now humanity would show them why Earth was not defenseless. "Status report," Chen said calmly. Lieutenant Rena Patel's voice was steady, but excitement shone through. "Forward squadrons are intact. Enemy losses are significant. They're regrouping near the outer moons of Saturn, but their morale is collapsing." Chen nodded. "Good. Now we hit them where it hurts most, their command and communication centers. Once they are cut off, the rest will fall." Far below, Earth's surface remained unaware of the epic battle taking place above. Civilians went about their lives, oblivious to the danger, yet unknowingly sharing in a quiet pride. Humanity was fighting for survival and for recognition in a galaxy that had long dismissed them. In orbit, the human fleet moved with precision. Small strike teams targeted alien supply lines, while stealth ships infiltrated the main fleet. Mines deployed near Saturn's moons created deadly traps, and energy pulses scrambled alien sensors. The alien commanders panicked. Communications were failing, formations were breaking apart, and their confidence, once absolute, had crumbled. Admiral Veka banged her claws against the console in fury. "Impossible," she hissed. "Humans, weak humans, they cannot fight like this." A junior officer trembled. "Commander, perhaps we miscalculated their tactics. They are clever beyond expectation." Veka's eyes narrowed, her pride refusing to accept defeat. "Silence, we adapt, regain control now." But adaptation came too late. The humans had anticipated every move, exploiting every weakness, turning alien strengths into vulnerabilities. Chen directed the fleet with calm precision. He had studied the alien fleet for weeks, predicting their maneuvers, reading their habits, and preparing contingencies. Now the plan unfolded perfectly. "Activate orbital trap sequence," Chen ordered. "All ships converge on the command fleet, cut off their retreat, make them see what happens when Earth is underestimated." Massive energy beams erupted from hidden positions, striking alien ships before they could react. Missiles, cloaked until the last moment, tore through their formations. Drones hacked alien systems mid-battle, shutting down shields and weapons. Small human squadrons darted in and out of asteroid shadows, striking at key vessels and disappearing again. The aliens, once confident in their superiority, now faced annihilation. Panic replaced arrogance. Officers shouted contradictory orders, trying to regain control, but chaos reigned. On the bridge of the Valor, Chen observed the enemy's unraveling formation. "Excellent," he said. "Now the final strike." He turned to Patel. "Prepare the planetary defense arrays. Synchronize with the fleet. Once we engage, there will be no escape." Patel's fingers flew across the console. "Arrays ready, targeting complete. We'll hit their command centers simultaneously." The humans' combination of fleet coordination, orbital defenses, and clever tactics created a perfect storm. Alien ships were trapped in a gravitational maze, their weapons scrambled, shields failing. Every attempt at escape led them deeper into the trap. Admiral Veka realized the truth. They had underestimated humans' intelligence, creativity, adaptability. We were wrong," she hissed. "Earth is not defenseless." But it was too late. The human fleet closed in, their coordinated assault relentless. Missiles found weak points, beams tore through shields, and drones sabotaged critical systems. Alien warships exploded in brilliant flashes of light, leaving only drifting wreckage in the void. Even the largest vessels, the pride of the alien armada, fell under the humans' combined ingenuity. Nothing could withstand the precision, coordination, and unpredictability of Earth's defenders. In the chaos, small moments of heroism shone. Pilots maneuvered through flak-filled corridors of debris, striking at enemy vessels even when survival seemed unlikely. Engineers repaired critical systems under fire, ensuring weapons stayed operational. Every human knew that their actions mattered, not just for themselves but for the planet below, the people they protected, and the legacy of humanity. The battle continued near Saturn's moons. Alien morale was shattered. Many ships attempted retreat, only to be intercepted by hidden human squadrons. Communications with their command centers were lost, leaving officers confused and helpless. Chen guided the fleet with calm determination, exploiting every weakness. He anticipated alien moves, redirected squads, and used environmental hazards, gravity wells, asteroid belts, and debris fields, to trap and destroy enemy vessels. The aliens had assumed humans were predictable. They were wrong. Every human decision was guided by creativity, courage, and teamwork, qualities no algorithm or brute force could overcome. Finally, the remaining alien commanders, including Veka, attempted a desperate retreat toward the outer edges of the solar system. But even this was anticipated. Human fleets blocked escape routes, orbital defenses struck at the fleeing ships, and drones disabled engines mid-flight. One by one, alien ships fell. Systems failed, weapons malfunctioned, and the proud armada that had thought Earth defenseless now lay in ruins. Chen allowed himself a small smile as he surveyed the battlefield. Humanity had not only survived, they had triumphed. Against a superior and arrogant alien force, humans had used intelligence, creativity, and courage to turn the tide. Earth's defenders had proven that size and firepower alone did not guarantee victory. Patel came to his side, watching the remnants of the alien fleet scatter. "They underestimated us from the start," she said, "and they paid the price." Chen nodded. "They will never underestimate humans again, and the galaxy will remember this day." Back on Earth, citizens watched the skies in awe. Satellites detected strange signals and flashes, and scientists scrambled to interpret what had occurred. Governments received encrypted reports from the fleet, confirming what the humans already knew. Earth had defended itself, and humanity had triumphed in the face of overwhelming odds. Messages of pride and unity spread across the globe. Humanity had proven something more than military might. They had proven intelligence, courage, and the power of working together. In orbit, Chen addressed his fleet. "This victory belongs to every person on Earth," he said. "Every engineer, pilot, soldier, scientist, and civilian. You have shown that humans are more than capable of defending their planet. Let this day be remembered as the moment humanity proved its strength." Cheering echoed across the fleet. Ships flashed their lights in celebration. Even in space, humans had a way of showing spirit, unity, and triumph. Admiral Veka, forced to retreat, looked back at Earth one last time. She could not deny the truth. Humans were clever, courageous, and relentless. They had used every advantage, every trick, every ounce of their ingenuity to defeat a far stronger force. They are not defenseless," she whispered, her voice a mixture of awe and fear. The surviving alien vessels fled into the darkness, leaving Earth and its defenders in peace for now. But humanity had sent a message to the galaxy: underestimate Earth, and the consequences would be severe. In the following days, humanity celebrated. Fleet crews returned to Earth, welcomed as heroes. Engineers and scientists shared their achievements, not for glory but as a demonstration of human potential. Across the planet, people felt a renewed sense of pride. They had faced a threat that seemed insurmountable, and they had won. In the Fleet Command Center, Chen watched the sun rise over Earth. He felt a quiet satisfaction. The battle was over, but its impact would be felt across the stars. Humans had shown the galaxy that intelligence, courage, and unity could overcome any obstacle. They had proven that Earth was no longer defenseless. Earth is ready for the future, Chen said softly, and the universe will never forget it. The stars, once indifferent, now seemed to shine with respect. Humanity had survived, adapted, and triumphed. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget: underestimate humans at your own peril. And for the first time in history, the universe knew the power of Earth.